So we spent 1 year building an amazing product and then realised that nobody really wanted it.
We make sustainable schoolwear, and in the first few weeks we almost went broke.
We built a product that was trying to build accountability in teams, and what we realised is that everyone wants accountability for everyone else, but not for themselves.
Our beautiful organic tunics, which I loved, actually need ironing, and we didn't realise that. So all the mums, when I delivered them, said no.
If you build a product that is like a vitamin, then it's very hard to sell. You have to preemptively convince people to take something for a problem they might get. Whereas if you have a painkiller product, you're solving an immediate problem and people really want it.
2 years later, I'd say actually do your due diligence, plan ahead, and don't fall in love with your product.
An Accord we actually went to visit. It's an event, preparing really well, you know, doing our pitch, spending hours on it. And we get there, blank faces, not interested, don't want to go there. The lesson to be learnt there is make sure you choose the events that you go to. You know who your customers are, do your research. The amount of time that you spend on all of these things has to be a value in that at the end of the day. Your time is so valuable.
So one of our biggest failures was actually when we started out, setting out to build an app focused on seniors and designing the product. Got a whole bunch of feedback, and still with that ended up building a product that essentially was quite complicated, a bit more complicated than it needed to be.
We were looking at trying to secure patents, and we were a bit too ambitious to cover a lot of ideas. So we opened up too many patent applications.
When you're self-funded, every dollar hurts. So very much we had to untangle that and start again.
We spent a lot of time trying to make changes to our claims, work with our patent attorneys, so that all cost a lot of money. We could have used just 1/3 of the budget.
Remember, your version 1 is just the beginning, so you can always add more as you go through. Just keep it simple.
Looking back, I think from hindsight, I would probably try to narrow it down to a few most important ones.
A company called Metal Laser Technologies in the 1980s. We started to build scientific lasers, and we discovered that there was a medical application for those lasers, which required a massive influx of capital. Our angel investors didn't have enough money to do it. So we brought in some VCs, and the problem was that the VCs had their own agenda. Their target was to take control of the technology and basically take it from us. We chewed through a lot of money, and of course that was part of their aim, was to just run us out of money so that they could get more equity. They got control of the company eventually. We were pushed into doing a float, an IPO, which was all underwritten. We were all set to become millionaires, and the stock market crash of 1987 happened the day before we were due to list, and our underwriters backed out, and so we lost a lot there. The company survived, and we ended up with a second VC joining in, and then they had something like 80% equity. They thought that the biggest market for our product was going to be in the US, so they effectively did a reverse takeover, bought this company in the US, fired everybody here and transferred our technology across to the US. I hope never to see them again, and if I do, I can't be responsible for my actions.